Our roadmap begins with tech's troubles, though. Salesforce announcing cuts, and both Apple and Tesla seeking to claw back those losses from yesterday. Plus, fraud and scams alert, regulators delivering a joint warning to banks over crypto risks. And GE completes the spinoff of its healthcare unit, set to start trading today. We'll begin, though, with Salesforce's plans to cut about 10% of its workforce as part of a restructuring. In a letter to employees, Mark Benioff explained, quote, "The environment remains challenging, and our customers are taking a more measured approach to their purchasing decisions. I've been thinking a lot about how we came to this moment. As our revenue accelerated through the pandemic, we hired too many people leading into this economic downturn we're now facing, and I take responsibility for that." Jim, total employee base, 79,000. You could be talking about 8,000 employees.
Yes, and also the Salesforce Tower. I mean, the work from home has really left it so that they had way too much real estate. But let's just back up for a second. This is the first of many, I think, and it's interesting that Mark's doing it. Remember, he does have Starboard in there, and they've been pushing for cost cuts. Sometimes people say they've been looking for up to 20%. This is 10%. Mark's the first person, I think, that really says, look, we overhired. And it's interesting that he's the first person because he's the one, as he says, it's family. And it is very hard for him to cut the Ohana. I do think that it got bloated. They still have good growth, but people felt their gross margins weren't that good. This should flow right to the bottom line. It's brutal. I know Mark, it's harder for him the most because people are 1-1-1 in terms of how much money they give away. And it's remarkable that he's the first. The other guys need to do it. And if they don't do it, they're going to see stocks going lower. We obviously, if you take a look at Meta, they did it last year. And there's a remarkable move. So I think people are waiting for Silicon Valley to own up.
Yeah. When you say the other guys need to do it, I mean, are we talking about, we're going to talk about this downgrade of Microsoft today. We've been waiting on Google. And we'll talk about Amazon raising a little bit of debt.
Think about what happened at Google. They were doing hiring right up to the moment that things slowed. Now, it takes a long time to be hired by Google. It takes many. There's a big filter. They have to figure out how to lay people off. Amazon, when will Andy Jassy bite the bullet? I mean, if you want to think about a company that overbuilt during the pandemic, I'd say that Amazon is the number one company that overbuilt. Where are the cuts? They have to happen. Apple, they have their own set of problems that have to do more with supply, I think, than demand. Where is the admission that the quarter was not what they wanted, even though I think that the demand side, which is what I care about the most, is fine. The demand side is fine for Salesforce, by the way.